It seems BEVE Power are determined to take over solar and inverter market with the kind of product they are giving to us these days. So I have plenty of BEVE products that I'm going to be reviewing, but I want to start with the Mega 3 kilowatt IP65 24 volts water resistant inverter. Is that name not too long? But come on, the hype is worth it. And you'll find out very soon now. So let's go through the unboxing of this inverter and see what we have. There's nothing much with the unboxing. So opening it up, we have the manual. I mean, a very fine manual, because reading this manual is interesting because it's fine and it's colorful. So the next thing in the box is the mounting rack and then MC4. Can you imagine a 3 kilowatt inverter giving us an MC4 connector? Very nice. And here comes the big boy. Look at the build quality of this guy, man. Solid. Like, it's giving vibe of, you know, those brands. I don't want to do 3PR, but you know those brands. So that's kind of vibe it's giving, which it's interesting that I'm getting that kind of vibe on a 3 kilowatt inverter, a 3 kilowatt 24 volt inverter, not the regular 10 kilowatt, 15 kilowatts, small size. So by the side of the inverter, we have the switch, and underneath the inverter, we have the MC4. Come on, guys, look at this guy. I love the build. I've said that before, but I just it's fascinating me. Did I get the English? So underneath we have the MC4 connector, the battery port, the mains out port, the grid port, the common, which that's the passage to the BMS that is inside. Then we have the Wi-Fi. 3 kilowatt has a Wi-Fi communication for remote monitoring. Okay, let's go on. And at the back of this inverter, we have this massive, gigantic heatsink with the fan for cooling. Fantastic. Then at the other side of the inverter, we have the spec sheet. So let's go through the spec sheet of this inverter before we fire up this inverter, because there are some tests we need to do. This inverter says it's IP65. We need to test it. And the durability or the load test, we need to test them and see. But before we do that, let's see the spec sheet and see what they are offering us. So the PV parameter, the nominal operating voltage is 250 volts. Guys, they are saying nominal operating voltage is 250 volts, which means your PV array has to be, don't let it be less than 250 volts. If you want to reap all the juice of this inverter, don't let your PV array voltage be less than 250 volts. Let it be above and maybe around 300, but just don't let it be below 250 volts. If it's below 250 volts, it's still gonna work, but the nominal operating voltage is 250, which is recommended for this inverter to be able to squeeze out all the juice that it can produce. But the range of PV input is 60 volts to 500 volts, which is as usual. Imax, which is the maximum input current, is 18 amps. Don't go and parallel any form of panel on this inverter. They are going to exceed the 18 amps input current. So the maximum power is 4,500 for 3 kilowatts. Is that not impressive? 4,500, which is even more than what the inverter is offering as maximum output. And the maximum charging current is 100 amps. Now on the grid output side, there's nothing special than what we've seen before, other than the power factor, which is 0.99, which is close to 1. And the maximum output current is 13 amps. If you are somebody that likes double protection for your inverter setup, like me, the output current of your AVP, you make sure to set it to 13 amps, and that way the inverter will not be overloaded. It has a two-load output, L1, L2. L1 is the main load that carries 3,000 watts. L2 is the second load that carries 2,100 watts. So during the process of your wiring, you need to run 2 cables for your life. Then they are going to be sharing a common neutral. So you can use your heavy loads on the main load, which is the L1, then your light loads like lightning or whatever, you put them on L2. But whichever way, make sure you don't leave your second load unused. They are there so we can use it. At the AC input side, there's nothing special also other than the surge. So the surge of this inverter is 6 kVA. That's wonderful. And the current is 125 amps, which is the maximum current this inverter can pull from the battery. Now, enough of the physical attributes. Let's fire up this guy and see what it looks like in the software section. The moment I powered up this inverter, the first thing I noticed that makes me happy is the user setup page. I mean, the user setup page is so friendly. You know, we are normally used to code 01, code 02, code 03. These ones, everything is written in full. Even somebody that's not an engineer can do the user setup setting conveniently without making any mistakes. So I love the fact that everything is detailed about the user setup page. Now, testing mode. We need to do some testing. They said it's IP65. I mean 3 kilowatt IP6. Though the way I'm looking at it, it is IP65. But then, let's not just assume. Let's go and test it outside. So as we all know that the weather is very, very hot and someone needs to take bath time to time. My inverter also needs to take some bath. So I got some water and let's bathe it. It's currently working. Where is the grind? Yeah. So we are taking a bit. That's fine. My inverter has been through a lot, so it needs to cool down its head in some cool water. Look at stain. Let me wash it off. It's still working. So IP65 it is. Yeah, we are back, and as you can see, it is actually IP65. So Mega 3 kilowatt BEVE passed the IP65 rating test. The next one is the load test. Can it actually give us 3 kilowatts without shutting down? Let's see. So I got a couple of appliances, which are my iron. The iron is rated at 2200 watts, and the grinder is rated at 1000 watts, which if you combine it, you'll be having like 3100 watts. So since our inverter is 3 kilowatts, let's bombard it with these two loads and see what we have. And to my surprise, we're able to pull 2.7 kilowatts, 2.5 kilowatts, and the inverter did not even change the way it's running. Like the fan will increase speed. Well, maybe because we are not running it for a very long time. Like we're not running it more continuous. But then for the moment the iron is working, we're able to pull 2.7 kilowatts. And I think that's enough to prove the load test capability of this inverter. So the last thing I want to talk about with this inverter is the instruction on how to set up the app. The instructions are very, very detailed, which you know these people want us to monitor this inverter remotely. They want us to be using the app. So they made it very, very explanatory. I like that aspect too. So guys, what do you think about this inverter? Will you be buying? No. Will you be buying as well? You go out and buy it, then you test it, then we'll come and share our opinions on this inverter. But I think these people are not here to play. Now, the last aspect, what don't I like about this inverter? Honestly, I don't have any yet. I've not found any yet. So maybe there's going to be a follow-up video where I'll say the things I don't like. But for now, I think I'm okay with everything I've seen. And I know I suck with doing follow-up videos on products. Most of the products I've reviewed, like Luxon, Sako, I have a lot to say about them, but I'm just lazy. Pardon me, but I'll try to do a follow-up video on those ones too. So till then, we'll meet where we meet. My name is Bashir from Interdem, and I'm the Chief Surgeon. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and share. Thank you.